Alrighty, finally we're back with the second quarterfinal of the day. It's time for the Moon to rise. Currently on a 10-0 win streak. He wants to expand on that. His opponent is an Orc, one of the best of all times. It's Fly100%. Lin is already in the semi-final, and man, would it be a dream to have Moon versus Lin.
Yeah, for a lot of us out there, we have been waiting for this matchup for a while, especially for the Koreans. Not so much for the Chinese. If Fly, our vice world champion by the way, should lose here, that means only a single Chinese in the top 4.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, as Infi and Colorful will eliminate each other, that would be a disaster for China and will continue the reign of Koreans, of course, as we've seen throughout the year, with Lin winning almost every tournament and Team Korea winning the next clan war. This is the map choices so far. Moon, of course, winning every single one.
Unbelievable, dude.
3 times on AZ, once on CH, 1 against Orc and 1 on Northern Isles as well. So the new maps against Orc, Moon seems to like them. That was, of course, against Cash. Pretty big surprise. Yeah. And with the Chimeras there.
Why Moon impressed me so much was it wasn't only the typical Moon creativity. He showed that as well, as you say, with the Chims, with a non-keeper opening on Concealed Hill, with playing tier 2 against Rifle Casters. Lots of innovative, unusual styles. That was very good, but also his execution was insane. You remember that highlight clip of his Dryad micro?
Unbelievable. Was
just incredible. Like perfect micro on top of perfect strats. This guy has it all this tournament. And Fly, he needs to step it up, man, if he wants to have a chance here. He was 1 map away from not making it out here. Had he lost against Sok with a 1-2 instead of a 2-1, then we would have even 1 Chinese less in our top 8. So he is definitely the underdog here coming into this match.
Absolutely, and the matchup is not easy for him. Both of them are fighting for the Frozen Throne. WGL, okay, we can talk about the introduction of the players later. Fly bans Amazonia, the map where Moon was the strongest thus far. Moon bans Twisted Meadows, his living room, man. He bans Moon Meadows, picks Terenas stand, Fly picks Last Refuge, Echo Isles for Moon, and Fly with Concealed Hills. That means we start again on Northern Isles, just as we had it in the first quarterfinal between Focus and Lin. Lin was successful there with a 3-1. He's in the top 4 already. And we are waiting for his opponent. For Moon, it's the 6th WGL attendance. 4 times he made it to the playoffs, 2 times into the top 4. Never to the finals though, and these top 4 performances were in 2015 and spring of 2016, so 2.5 years ago. Last time he made it to the playoffs, but he met Lawliot and he put an end to Moon's run. Will Moon's run continue here? 10-0 for the 5th race against Fly, who shall never be underestimated. He made it to every single WGL competition 6 times into the playoffs, a record alongside Infi and Foggy. Top 4 2 times, and every time he was in the top 4, he made it to the finals, winning it once. Last time, of course, he was eliminated in the finals by TH. It was a pretty one-sided affair, yes. But the way into the finals was pretty sick. He was the underdog in basically every match. He started off in the quarterfinals against 1-2-0, and no one really thought that he would make it there, but he did. Same goes against Lawlight with his exceptional execution of the Orc Night Elf matchup. Moon, he has had 2 runs in his career where he won a premier tournament without dropping a single map. That was MBC Prime in 2004 and the legendary tournament of WEG 2005. 13 years ago, but the chance is there. The 5th race versus Fly. Map number 1, Northern Isles.
All right, let's see what these 2 great players are going to show us here. Moon really, in my opinion, the strongest out of all players so far. But he needs to convert this into the playoffs as well. Needs to keep up his strength and not crumble under the pressure. It's unbelievable to think that Moon, such a veteran of this game, can still feel the pressure, can still get nervous. But that apparently is what has happened to him the last couple of times. Again, not putting up the results that we expect from a player of his strength. Northern Isles seems to be in favor of the Orcs so far. Sample size, of course, rather small here, so shouldn't take away too much from this.
Yeah, this is the first time these two players meet on this map. So a little premiere here. Speaking of premiere, Moon is of course the big legend in this game, but he hasn't won a big tournament, a premier tournament, in 7 years. It was the IESF 2011 back then with a 2-0 win over Lin. And Fly, was it a deny? I think it was a deny.
No, he got the experience.
Okay. Fly on the other side, he's not playing too many tournaments. He's not the big org legend as Lin or Grubby, but he's picking up a lot of titles, man. GCS Grand Final 2016, GCS Spring, where he won not only the one-on-one competition, but also the 2-on-2 competition with Joshishi, and of course, unforgettable, the WCA 2015 run against Yaws in the final. What a tournament that was. So, Fly is there when it counts. Moon is always there, but as you said, will he crumble under the pressure?
I think it's especially going to be interesting to watch Fly here adapt in playstyle, because I feel Fly was always the strongest when he could be aggressive and win his games through relentless aggression. I'm not sure that that's something you can do against the keeper meta anymore. If you want to be like 40 supply in his face and he's got level 3 and a bunch of Huntresses, that shouldn't go well for you. And speaking of aggression, here we see the Blade Master starting to hack away at the keeper. As far as openings go, by the way, when Lin played here against Neutron, he had a very smart opening, speed scroll instantly to run over to not give the Night Elf at level 2 for free, which seemed like a very, very good opening indeed. But Fly took a bit of a backseat there, crept his own camps, and seemed to have been rewarded with a double circlet and the slippers. This Blade Master already pimped. Moon here not yet teching. Seems to be going for an economic opening once again.
Yeah, Huntress opening, no expansion in sight yet though. And Fly taking a different approach than Lin did. Not going for the keeper, not going for the ultra aggression, but going to the other side of the map and trying to steal some creeps to prevent level 3. And they get the last hit and the claw, pimping the Blade Master even more, but he's kind of stuck there. He has the mana for the Windwalk, but takes a lot of damage in between. Wow, even more damage here with the 40 backstab of Windwalk level 1. So the keeper will have to invest a lot of mana of the Moon Wells to get back into shape.
That's a super strong Blade Master. Jesus Christ. Once he gets to level 2, the damage is really going to come out. But this cost him a lot of mana. May not be able to spam Windwalk as much anymore.
He has a clarity, though.
Yeah, he does have a clarity. Cost him still a few Windwalks, however. And the only scroll of speed. So saving grunts without that one is going to be very difficult. Grunts, in fact, the single grunt, I should say, that there is just parked back at home. This is the danger of the keeper. Whatever unit he finds, that unit is dead. And if that's a footman or a ghoul, it's not that bad. But if it's a grunt, that stings.
Fly steals more experience from Moon, keeping the keeper away from level 3, the so important level 3. Checking the base, saying, okay, there's nothing yet, but the tech has started. Oh, no, detonate. So that is level 2 now. Critical strike with +7 agility, of course, nice. And with his bonus damage that he has, can he still cancel it? I mean, there is going to be Entangle.
With Entangle, this should certainly not be possible. He's doing some nice stutter stepping here to minimize the damage. Is he seriously going to get this? Where's the Entangle?
Maybe is he without mana? That can't be possible.
He's baiting it, right? He's baiting it.
Yeah. All right.
Fly's not going to fall for it, though.
Saving the mana. Interesting. Losing a bit of HP on the Tree of Life, but should be fine, I guess. Here, too.
Oh, that was important, this Windwalk. That was his last heal salve. Otherwise, the healing would have been cancelled.
Indeed.
Very close.
Good multitasking by Moon, chasing the Blade Master, creeping at the same time. Not doing anything in the base, though. The Beastery is up. He stays on tier 2, at least for a moment. Second hero should certainly be the Shadowhunter with whatever skill build.
Oh, no!
Running into the creeps. Boulder toss, but he is in Windwalk.
Ooh. I think he didn't pay attention to his Windwalk duration right there. It just ran out. And that means now he's out of mana. But the SH is coming in.
Alrighty. Decent early game for Fly, man. He didn't lose
absolutely.
anything. And I would love to have a timer here, but it's one of the latest level 3 keepers that we've seen thus far.
That creep jack is gonna hurt, man. This Blade Master is so strong. And now, of course, backed up by the Shadow. Still plenty of hexes to use.
Great timing by Fly coming in here.
Level
but that is
though.
level 3.
Yeah.
That must be level 2 Entangle. Good Shadow Melt as well. But here comes the reveal. Entangle immediately on the Shadowhunter. There's no backup with the Alchemist at the moment, though. Does he have something to get out? He has a speed scroll, but if everything is blocked... Oh, Entangle again. Shadowhunter dead. This aggression backfires hard.
Man, that was so impatient, diving all the way to the back of that camp for a single archer? Really? I feel like that was a big opportunity missed here. Now the Blade Master in a bit of trouble as well, and he doesn't have heal cells anymore. We have one more entangle that's going to result in a lot of damage on the Blade Master once again. Oh, he's going for a grunt instead. Staffing home. I like that play a lot. Gonna be full mana here, or close to it very soon, and the entangle duration should secure this kill. It will.
Deny a little late as well, so even more experience. Oh! Fly with the Wyvern backup. Only one though, just a little bit for the harass, and to put in the damage against the Huntress. I like that as well. The Rock Golem is still up.
But the Shadowhunter had the heal cells. The Blade Master has to go all the way back to his main just to heal up.
Can you deny?
Oh! I think
got it.
Did Fly get it?
I'm pretty sure he did. Otherwise, the Shadowhunter wouldn't have had like level 1.3 or 1.6.
Yeah, he probably got it.
Wow, what a last hit here by Fly. I think it saved. Ooh, Engines of Wind.
Okay.
No Mountain Giants.
Usually, you really don't want to go like small air units against Orc because they have Bat Riders.
Yep. Do you want to go Talons? We have seen that versus Cash, haven't we?
Talons are still, you know, good once you... Treants are stuck behind behind the little barricade. Still good once you get to high numbers. But they need tier 3, and I wonder, isn't Moon's tier 3 going to be severely delayed? By the way, these hunts... Ooh, ban.
Yeah, that's a lot of Moonwell juice that he has to use, and that is Moonwell juice that doesn't go into the Keeper. Well, he can use Clarity, but now, again, the critical... Oh, no! Vampiric over for Fly! This is insane. This could be a disaster for Moon right here. When of Mana Stealing being used as well. First Huntress is already down. He's aiming for the Keeper immediately. Staffing onto the Archer. Should be safe. Where is he? Not.
He got a Hex, so he couldn't staff anymore.
Sorry, didn't see that. So he's stuck in this round. The Shadowhunter is safe. And that is the Town Portal, keeping the Shadowhunter alive. Yes. And the level up for the Blade Master. And the Town Portal is gone. And this Archer is dead. Fly is by far the closest to picking a map off of Moon.
Yeah, man, Moon, he may have the expansion here, but he's been taking losses after losses. Now he's going...
Hippos?
Hippos?
Is he tricked by this one Wyvern?
It looks like it. You can, of course, turn him into Hippo Riders, but that damage is so underwhelming.
And there's only two Archers.
Yeah,
he went hard into Huntress.
I don't like this unit choice at all. He's going for the Hippo Riders.
Fly is in an insane position, and that is kind of history repeating because Fly has already eliminated Moon from gold tournaments twice. It was in spring 2016 in the lower bracket final. Fly won that tournament afterwards, and it was also in the summer of 2017 when Fly eliminated him from the group stages.
Yeah, it's really Hippo Riders. I think Moon has to go for a harassment kind of game. Be annoying, be obnoxious. Because Hippos are not really good at fighting, especially not against Spirit Link. Level 3 here for the Shadow. Ankh, never too bad. Sometimes suddenly your hero can be in dire straits.
How in danger are these heroes of Fly? Because there's no Acid Bomb, because there's no Alchemist backup. The hero focus is of course nice with Entangle, but how nice is it really if you lack the Acid Bomb and therefore there's no minus damage? And now, Fly pulling the Peons. I'm not sure if he has the War Mill for towers.
I like that. I think that's a really smart play. He should realize that his army is much stronger right now, so if he sets up at a position and just hunkers down, it's going to be really hard for Moon to crack that until he has that massive, massive army, which he's far from having. So towers here in the back would be a great addition.
At least the shop is already great, and then having the peons in the fight, but I think he's going for the towers. Yeah, the Engine of War is down, and the Hippo is ensnared, so 2 big losses for Moon right away. Huntress are also low.
Yeah, and Fly is just killing one target after the next, and nothing's really dying for him. As we said, there's just no damage in this Night Elf army. Fly is looking to take this game right now.
The longer the game goes, of course, the better it is for Moon because the expansion is up. But look at these Huntress. This is 12 supply with max of, I don't know, 300 HP.
Yeah, this is a lot of experience here going his way. Moon taps out. GG, and the lead for Fly.
The streak is over. Again, Moon didn't break a single sweat in the group stages, not losing a single map, but Fly is here when it counts, and man, this was almost a flawless execution by Fly. Good timings. I mean, the first attack onto Moon's expansion wasn't the greatest, but he did back that up like crazy.
Yeah. Of course, that Blade Master early game was an absolute powerhouse, we have to say. It seemed like the Keeper didn't really do what he usually does, which is dominate the early game. And no Alchemist makes your tier 2 ability so limited, and also Ancients of Wind.
That was really... He was really baited by this one Wyvern and wanted to counter that, but... Whatever. We see the profile movie of Fly.
这次小组赛的话，感觉也算是发挥出自己的水平，特别是这个赛前做的一些针对的练习，我感觉都有用到比赛上。对，总的来讲的话，对自己还是比较满意的。我印象最深的是跟收印的最后一场比赛，当时他在有这个英雄等级优势还有保护优势的情况下，我们在孤勇里营地爆发了一波决战，然后我以为这一波就已经要被他打死了，结果就打着打着竟然翻盘了。看来我自己最近这段时间的兽族内战的练习还是比较有效的。既然已经进入8强了，那之后肯定是希望能够至少进到前3嘛。我是Fly100%，我希望能够借助这个舞台，证明我还是这个世界上最优秀的选手之一。
The first series started off with a win of the underdog as well. Focus taking the lead over Fly, but then the favorite strikes back. Will this be the same case here? Will Moon find his shape again? 3 days off, man. A lot of stuff can happen in those 3 days in Fly. Spend a lot of time practicing with TH. You might say, huh? TH, isn't he human? Yeah, but he's good with all races. So TH played Night Elf, and they played the entire day. It was in the end like 22-5 for TH. Fly was so desperate. He tried everything. Shaman, Wyvern, Batride. He tried it all the arsenal of orcs. And it didn't work. But now he might have found the solution, just as he found the solution against 1-2-0 in GCS Summer. But it's a long series. It's a best of 5. So first to 3 advances into the semi-final.
Yeah, this is also going to be interesting. Like, how does Moon adapt now? He's like, huh, I guess Keeper Hunts isn't just simply the answer. I've seen your opening. I know what you play. Blade Master level 2, be across the map, aggressive, stuff like that. Grunts at home, fast tech, SH follow-up.
I also like the timing of Fly, that he pressured Moon and his expansion super early, and then tier 2 was reached. But when did Moon have the chance really to go for the Tavern? And if you don't have the Alchemist, if you don't have the Acid Bomb, orcs are so tanky.
Yeah.
And how do you cancel them or kill them with only Huntress, in quotes, and Hippo Riders? Especially the Hippo Riders, low DPS. But okay, Moon shaking his head. A little bit of disbelief. Fly with his killer instincts. Map number 2, Moon versus Fly at WGL Winter 2018. This is Moon's map now. He should feel way more comfortable here. We go for the first time in the playoffs to Terenas stand.
All right, but this is also a map that a lot of players, regardless of which race they are, like to play against Keeper, because this is the most easily accessible Merc camp for, of course, that early game Shadow Priest to have the Dispel. Oh, and this is one of those unusual strats we're seeing materialize right now. It's a Barracks first, no altar from Fly.
Usually a Shadow Hunter opening.
I think it's... is it the... Oh yeah, it's the late Shadow Hunter, right?
Yes.
I was thinking for a moment whether it might be the Headhunter's TC, but no.
That would be... Oh, could... No, but there's no...
No Warmill.
No Warmill, so that should not be the case. Of course, once again, a big following Moon. Even though he's up against the Chinese, everyone here has so much respect for the legend that is Moon.
Absolutely. Brings the fans everywhere he goes. We're gonna have some very fast grunts thanks to this instant Barracks and yeah, the delayed Shadow Hunter. Something we see very, very rarely only, but if you have more grunts out early, you can creep more easily, especially with the help of the Lightning Shield. Big favor for the Night Elves here on this map, as it seems.
But
with a 4-2-1.
Or on this map in this year, they played it once. Fly won that map. back then, so he should feel comfortable. In general, there is a little advantage in terms of statistics for Moon. He won this year 3 times, only lost once, and that was in GCS May, so very old patch. In AWL, he won 3-0. In the WGL July race, he won 3-0 as well. And in the W League Super League, the round-robin league that we have, Moon won also 2-0. So on paper, everything points towards Moon, but he also had a 3-0 win streak here. But yeah, Fly, surprising once again.
Moon not going for the first creep camp right away. Being scouted by a grunt, decides to root the Ancient of War again and go for the grunt kill instead. This is going to cost him 2 entangles, I think. Shouldn't be more, with the keeper being fast enough. And that's a very nice kill early on. And with that, is creeping even as possible for Fly?
I thought so too. He must go Serpent Wards first then?
Oh, nice Wisp Scout for Moon here. Is checking out what's going on. This is what the Orcs with the Shadowhunter like to do nowadays, the Lightning Shield creep. But when the Keeper's right around the corner, this shouldn't really be possible. He's still going for it, despite realizing that he's been scouted. Oh no, this is not going to work out for you, my friend. Oh, he's got the Shadow Priest though.
Okay, has to dispel fast. There's the Hex on the Wisp, so he can't dispel the Lightning Shield. But now it is, and the Shadow Priest is dead immediately.
That's not a good opening for Fly at all.
He's kind of low though. Mana can't be burned, so there's gonna be a lot more hexes if he wants to.
Yeah, only 1 entangle left. He certainly can't kill a grunt with this. If the Shadowhunter takes a little more damage, then perhaps for him.
Okay, Moon sees this opening was great. He expands right away, as it is the Night Elf meta at the moment, with all the control that the Keeper offers, that the Entangle and Treants offer, that the Huntress offer. Fly still on tier 1, not fast tacking. This gives Moon time, of course, to creep up. With Lightning Shield as well, not perfectly done because he can't hit all the creeps at the same time, but the Archers and the Ancient of War, of course, support that one.
I think this early game, though, is really good for Moon.
Yes.
Because the SH, he came into the meta being like, huh, you're gonna play Keeper, you're gonna rush level 3 as much as you can. Let me go for Lightning Shield creep and super fast creep up and get level 3, level 4 as quickly as I can for those super strong Serpent Wards, and then perhaps even go for a Tinker second and attack your expansion. You want to do that with a big army and with a strong hero, but now, still stuck on only level 1. This SH has been slowed down by so much, but there's an expansion coming up, and he is going to get his level 3 for certain. Maybe not level 4, excuse me, by the time he attacks. So he's may not be too slow, I guess, but not the opening, certainly, that Fly was hoping for.
Yeah, we saw that Fly is basically blind, no vision on the map at all, no scouting going on. Moon on the other side has a Wisp at the middle, for most likely the Alchemist. He has a Wisp in the upper right and one on the bottom left, so he will know if Fly makes a move towards his side of the map. This is level 2.5 for the super tanky Shadowhunter, who's a little unlucky with his rings, +5 now. Basically the worst outcome that he could have had.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there we go, level 3 already. It's the Grunt that gives him this level early. Even going for the level 2 Treants for more creeping, getting to level 4 here damn quickly. He's going to be creeping up his natural very soon. And yeah, you can see the difference in experience. Half a level ahead. Now we have the first Serpent Wards coming out. And there's another Shadow Priest. But ideally, you want to get that Shadow Priest early. Don't lose it. And then have 2 to 3 later on in that big attack.
Absolutely. Against the Entangles, against the Treants. Interesting here, by the way. Against Orc, this is Moon's weakest matchup. Only 50% win rate. That is below pro average in the scene. Fly on the other side, 58% win rate versus Night Elf. This is average, but yeah, Moon so strong against Night Elf, so strong against Human. The best matchup versus Undead. 1-2-0 suffers quite hard for that. But yeah, Fly might have a chance here. But on this map, he's still fighting uphill.
Once again, great Wisp Scout here sees what Fly was doing, coming in with a Detonate, trying to burn a bit of mana from that Shadow Priest, but he still has 2 dispels to use here. So I don't know how much the Keeper can really do once he comes in. Don't forget, he's got level 2 Treants, not Entangle.
Oh, it could be an Entangle though on this one Grunt who's super hurt. He used the mana to spell Treants and...
Oh! He gets the last hit with the Keeper.
What a last hit! Instant level 4. That means level 2
Wait.
Entangle. He also kills the Shadow Priest.
He also stole the item.
Wow.
Wasn't he like...
Wow.
Wasn't he like 10 feet away? He got the robe, which is, by the way, sick on the Keeper.
Yes. Everything is going in favor
Wow.
of Moon. And what a proxy second
barracks.
with
Yeah.
mass headhunters. Mad as well, hopefully. This is already desperation. We've not seen this before. This is a Tinker follow-up that we have seen in the qualifiers and in the recent meta from time to time.
I love the shop right there. And the AP is coming up. He knows exactly what's on its way. And
If he defends this, the game is his.
Must be.
Yeah.
And Fly only at 39 right now. These couple of losses, they've hurt him. The Shadow not yet level 4.
He's also supply stuck, by the way.
Hopefully he's got a borrow coming up somewhere. Oh, the Creep Jack again!
I think he's hoping for a Tomb of Experience, but Moon's not gonna allow this. The Hunters take care of the Pocket Factory, so there's not gonna be more Clockworks. The Shadow Hunter comes in, of course, the piercing damage of the Headhunters and the Serpent Waltz is nice against the Hunters, but he wants to chew through the Treants first. Mass Mercs coming from Moon as well.
And how different of a game it is compared to game number 1, right? Both fast expansion games, but this time there is not this super powerful Origami. There's no Spirit Link, there's no mass damage, there's no mass healing. There's masses, however, on Moon's side. Treants, and this Scroll of the Beast. Yeah, you have to run, dude. Get the hell away from that one.
25% damage boost on everything, and this is so much. 50 supply, 6 Treants. Unbelievable. With all that normal damage, I think it could just erase the barracks.
Yeah. Does he want to do that? Does he want to push further? He doesn't really have to push further.
Nope.
He's got the Expo in the back. I imagine his tech has started by now. Should get ready to go into upkeep soon.
With, of course, that Robe of the Magi. He has so much mana and so much Treants to use. Tier 2 is ready.
Okay.
Tier 1 upgrades. Nature's Blessing, an upgrade that we haven't talked about yet. Makes the Treants stronger, gives them more armor.
And faster. Couldn't believe that when I heard it for the first time. What? Nature's Blessing also works for Treants? But yes, that is absolutely true. The last skeleton here, level 5.
This must be the fastest level 5 in the tournament for Keeper, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. Pretty sure. Despite no tones of experience, by the way. Just excellent early gameplay. And
Fly, how can you come back? He's adding damage and damage only. There's basically no front line, 3 grunts, alright. But the number of Headhunters and therefore the number of Deeps is growing. Second Engine of War for more Hunters and maybe even Glaive Throwers in the back. Expansion is running for quite some time. Moon is breaking upkeep already and has the upgrades.
And
Whole Mana Stone of the Shadow Hunter. That's nice though.
And that's exactly what Moon needs. Like, he only needs scrolls and army and hold on, hold on, hold on. He's got the tech advantage.
Ooh, catapults.
Okay, first
And I'm
Demolisher coming in.
Pretty sure Moon has cluster rockets. I haven't seen the damage on the Tinker, like the passive extra damage. Maybe he just didn't skill it yet, but...
Oh my god, there's so many Treants. It's level 3 Treants, right?
4/4, looks like it. Maybe they expire. Maybe Fly can buy some more time, but the more time he gives Moon, the bigger the army gets.
He's gonna run out of trees here soon, next to his base. Alright, when's he gonna engage? Right now seems to be the answer. Oh my god, so many Treants!
There is no cluster rockets, by the way. Oh, the Shadow Hunter is blocked for a long time. Scroll protection being used on Moon's side, and he is just running through this army.
He found another Scroll of the Beast from the Dark Wizard. And I don't know if you can fight this man. Moon doesn't want to be funneled into this bridge here. That could be problematic for him. Tinker dropping low.
It's a very good position for the catapult in the back, so that helps Fly a lot. But how long can he hold this position? Not too much longer. The Shadow Hunter has a heal potion though, but it's Fly. I mean, that doesn't mean much.
And the AoE of the catapult really isn't too amazing. It hits pretty good damage when you're right on top of it, but it's just too much. Big Scroll of Healing coming in right there for Moon. That was massive. And the Demolisher seems to be nearing the end of its lifespan as well. It's just too much stuff right here. 75 supply suddenly.
Yeah.
He's going to start losing some units, but he can afford to as well.
For once, The Demolisher is not an orc, but a night elf, and his name is Moon.
Yeah, this seems to be all but over. I don't know what the transition here can be. Even archers here thrown into the mix. I like that as well. You have so many blockers anyways with these treants. Archers in the back to provide the DPS from range. Makes sense.
There is just so much of everything. He's killing the barracks, no more double production. He's also super close to level 6 in Tranquility. The ultimate with all those forces will have an amazing value for Moon. But you know, he's not pushing into this. He's not going into the bridge position again. He's not overcommitting at all.
But now such a comfortable position that he finds himself in. I wonder, is he thinking about a bit of clowniness perhaps? What kind of tech would I like to go for?
Chimeras, he saw that. He showed that again.
We saw it already. I mean, that might oh, is he gonna get it? Oh, that poor headhunter, man. He walked across the entirety of the map just to get slain by those treants.
One more kill to Tranquility.
Yeah, I wonder, how does Moon view this game? Of course, we have perfect observer UI. It's easy for us to see. Does he feel he's so much ahead that he could just, you know, finish it off?
I mean, he saw the second barracks. There's no way he assumes that Fly has an expansion, and it's coming up now, as it seems.
He's gonna get marksmanship soon, Neo. How do you feel about that?
Tier 3 is on the way. Best upgrade in the game.
Well, these guys are gonna be some sick archers, dude. 2-0 with marksmanship soon. 3-0 shortly thereafter, I imagine.
It's just an insane value of damage per gold. That's basically the best you can get. Tinker level 3 now, though. Big invul potion. But this gigantic moon force. 30 supply ahead.
It's just marching. One screen doesn't even cover his whole army. It's so big, and there's level 6 now as well. He has Tranquility with full mana, by the way.
Okay.
600 mana pool. He can summon so many more treants, back it up by with so much healing.
Yep, and there's no disable, there's no ensnare. Okay, he can use Hex against the Tranquility, but do you really want to use your mana on that? Now the upgrade is done. Oh. Now, I guess.
There's the expansion attempt, but
how does he want to hold this?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be not much more than an attempt here, guys. I'd love to have a counter of how many trees have been destroyed, by the way, this game. It must be a lot. For the SH here, it's getting close. He's got that heal potion, not yet forced to use it. Good micro on these hunts as well, not using any units too unnecessarily. For once, the treants are gone, and now the hunters, the archers in the back are suffering a little bit at least.
Both heroes super low, though. Uses a scroll of healing to get them up. There's also one big healing potion, but there is Tranquility, and look at this Shadow Priest, how fast he recovers.
Everything full HP again.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
And this expansion, there is no way in hell. Now he's going into lores, so even better unit soon for Moon as the expansion for Fly got cancelled.
Yeah. Mountain Giants will be the nail in the coffin. It may actually be ending sooner here. I just want to see marksmanship. Where's the marksmanship?
Haven't seen it yet, but
yeah, this is
it's enough.
It's a numbers game. Guys, look at this. It's 69 versus 48 supply. Almost no heroes can manage this. Certainly not the SH and the Tinker.
Wow. What a comeback by Moon, man. This first game was so perfect for Fly, and then Moon gets the map that he loves, apparently, and destroys him.
Really good counterplay to this SH, which is, from certain players, to be expected nowadays. Just be aggressive against it. Don't let him get off to this easy start. Expo behind it. Nice save there, but oh, nice save there as well, I have to say. Ultimate ready again. It has a pretty low cooldown. Hex this time, but this level 7 keeper, man, he's not gonna be stopped. Not in this game.
Level 3 Entangle now. And with those heroes so low, I can only imagine seeing the roots getting another kill. Once again without an Alchemist, by the way. Interesting to notice that 2 maps, no Alchemist. He's just killing him with mass archers now.
Fly here fighting tooth and nail. Pretty admirable. How he survives for so long. It's the 50 damage Serpent Wards that he has, right? I think it is.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Level 3 Serpent Wards with level 5 SH, but can he actually hold? Dude, this would be pretty impressive. Moon's numbers are dropping. He's getting a couple of kills. Nah, that's it.
Nah. The Moon is back! Day is over. Fly here, the anti-infi, but doesn't stand a chance on Terenas stand. Once again, the loser of map number 1 strikes back and ties up the series 1-1. And Remo, we are down to a best of 3.
We certainly are. And now we should have a chance to look at another one of those character pieces once again. Our little profile videos, if they're following the same recipe as in the first.
3,200 viewers here live on the stream in the middle of the week. That's pretty nice to see, of course, when the moon plays. The masses come, so Fly, of course, going into this as the underdog. His map now, he could still get the lead again. Moon's favorite map is out. Fly's favorite map is yet to come, and he does stand a chance, as we have seen on map 1. Here is Moon's profile.
요 며칠간 경기에서 제가 생각했을 때 큰 실수 없이 원하던 플레이를 잘 할 수 있었고 또 만족스러운 결과를 얻을 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 조 1위로 진출해서 대단히 기쁩니다. 인피 선수와의 첫 번째 경기, 상대 선수가 타워러쉬를 할 줄 알고 조마조마하면서 기다렸었는데 무난한 플레이를 해서 살짝 당황도 했었고요. 8강 그리고 4강에서 만날 종족이 다 오크인데 플라이 선수와 이제 8강에서 만나게 되는데 플라이 선수 요즘 열심히 하고 있고 또 오크 중에서도 지금 잘 하고 있는 선수이기 때문에 절대 방심하면 안 될 것 같고 오크전 준비 잘해서 결승까지 올라갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 문 실수하지 말고 8강 4강 모두 오크니까 최선을 다해서 오크들 무찌르고 결승 가자. 저는 문입니다.
Here we go, shortly before map 3. An epic comeback by Moon.
Is that game number 1 the one that he needed to wake up? Kind of like Lin perhaps earlier today. It was Northern Isles there as well, and then Lin just went bulldozing through the rest of this match. The Fly that we saw on the first map, I must say I was pleasantly surprised. Surprised perhaps too strong of a word. I was impressed certainly with how he demolished Moon in that game. Just from beginning to finish almost, it felt like everything was going his way. Map number 2, everything changed. Perhaps Fly should look to take momentum again, be the aggressor, be on his side of the map, force the movement your way, the way you want to have it. In general, that seems to be his strength when he's the guy, yeah, that is in charge in the early mid-game stages.
Last Refuge determines who takes the lead and gets the match points. Is it Moon or is it Fly? They played Last Refuge once this year. It was a win for Moon. We'll see if he can carry this. Moon Man, right before the WGL finals, getting in tremendous shape, winning the Shenkui Cup, the last tournament before WGL Winter, and maybe the way more important thing, the next clan war, China versus Korea. It was super duper close. Korea winning day 1, China winning day 2, and then it came down to an ace match. Moon was the pick for Korea, and all the pressure was on him. A lot of prize money, and of course the honor that China wanted to restore after the ridiculous defeat in 2016 at the WCA event. But Moon, for the first time in a while, not getting nervous, not crumbling, delivering and killing 1-2-0, bringing the victory home to Korea. And he could do that here as well. And with that, China, as you pointed out before, would only have one player in the top 4. And if Moon wins the semi-final, we're going to have, for the second time, a Korean in the grand final for sure, as he then plays Lin in the semi-final.
And Moon versus Lin, that would be one match to behold as well. The winner there is certainly deserving of a final. Fly. It will still be quite a surprise, I think, despite the performance of map number 1, if he makes it all the way through here. Through a grueling best of 5 against Moon. From Moon, in the group stages, we saw quite a few unusual strats so far in this best of 5. It's completely standard, right? Which is already kind of surprising me.
Well, the absence of the Alchemist is something unusual. 0% Alchemist here. He relies on the strength of early Treants, of the early numbers, instead of the Acid Bomb Hero Focus with Entangle together. Last Refuge is a map where you can
He almost destroyed the item.
harass super fast. Focus was the first to introduce this into the meta against Moon in W League. He went over just as Fly does now, running straight over, doing as much damage as possible. And if you can delay or kill the Huntress Hall, that is so big, because then you have to rely on archers. Blade Master does well against archers, and you have to defend in your base all the time. Fly picks up on that, but how successful is it going to be?
All right, once again, going for the aggro approach. I like that, especially for Fly. Is he really going to get this Hunter's Hall? As you said, it would be a massive deal, but with Keeper and Tangle coming in, it should not be possible. He's just forcing the Keeper to stay honest, stay on his side of the map. We haven't seen a skill point yet used, by the way, from this Keeper. May still be considering what the better choice is going to be. With a blade in your face like this, it can oftentimes feel very oppressive if you don't have Entangle to deal with him. And considering there's no heal salves on this Blade Master.
Yep. He can't stay for that long. I mean, he can go for the Shadow Priest at the green spots to hope for a Reju Potion, but that's about it. And Moon already with a little success that he gets his Hunter Hall through and can go into the normal damaged units now that are a little more tanky than the archers. But speaking of this archer, dead. But same might go for the Grunt. If he uses a second Entangle, he does. Blade Master is there to protect his brother, though.
Yeah, may cost him a third Entangle here. This Grunt is 100% dead. It's a question about mana now, I guess. It's gonna be a third Entangle. Yep. All right. That was pretty expensive, to be honest. If he gets the deny here,
whoa.
Nice.
And he used Moon Juice on the archer to save that. So again, a good early buy. Whoa. Okay, Moon is expanding there in a very unusual position. I thought for a second he's going to expand at the red spot, but that is not possible, really.
It's usually we see it over there or kind of where the Ancient of War is standing right now. Hasn't been scouted yet. Entangled to keep the Blade Master at bay. May make the archer survive, or may not. Shadow Melt. Ooh, does he realize? He's still got the dust. Sending out the owl here, but that's 2 archer kills. That's not bad at all.
It's interesting how this series goes back and forth. On map 1, Fly so good. On map 2, Moon so good. And this early game
he sees the tree.
Pretty good. And he sees the tree, as you said, with the Grunt first. So this time, he has a little bit more damage than he had against the Huntress Hall. Will that be enough with the 2 circlets? He still has to be very careful. There is an owl. He is detected.
Entangle's almost ready. We saw. There it is. I don't know if he's going to get out of this. It's so close.
47. But how can he get back? There's an owl.
He's trying to run out of it. It's so close. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Is the Grunt gonna get it?
There's not enough damage. Is there?
If the Blade Master comes in, he's certainly dead.
He can. Woo. The owl is too strong. And now the Windwalk is over. He's a little slower now. The Huntress is super fast. Throwing in the glaives. He needs like 5-6 hits. The Grunt is dead and the damage is not enough. Moon, level 2 now with the Treants. Oh, the best to use another Windwalk. Survives, but he needs a lot of healing, and he needs some kind of force to kill this Tree of Life.
And he certainly can't do it now.
Hexes the Wisp. It's nighttime, so he didn't see the base. What does he want to hide?
Is he just running over, trying to kill this tree? Moon didn't bring Wisps, which I think is a big mistake, by the way. We see a lot of dots moving over on the minimap. That must be the Wisp now. The Wisps, I should say. Healing cancelled. A little bit sloppy, perhaps. And why is he coming down here with 2 level 1 heroes? You're not killing this tree with 2 level 1 heroes.
Oh, pulling the creeps.
Hoping for the help of the red creeps. Is that gonna work? It's not looking like it's gonna work, though.
Not really. Once they move back, then they don't attack.
Keeper decent mana once again. Got the gloves and the claws. Also good. About 3 entangles ready.
Wyvern coming. That will be an easy way to pick up the Wisps. But then what? More Grunts, and I guess it's going to be Raiders again afterwards. Oh, Shadowhunter in a surround. So strong. He pops him out, though. That is not forbidden. Shadowhunter survives with a speed scroll. There's no mana on the Blade Master anymore, though. And there's Entangle. How to save the first hero now. He's trying it with damage, but he opens up the surround.
Oh, messed it up there, Mr. Moon. And the Hex on the wrong target. He wanted it on the Keeper. He's got an Entangle right now. Again, is this enough for the kill? The right clicks, will they be there? He's trying to make a block happen. Not quite. Moon missing an opportunity. That should have been a hero kill.
Absolutely. Little misclick also on the super hurt target. Now archers are coming in against these Wyvern. He's continuing to buy Wyvern for the damage. Not the biggest efficiency here as he's killing the archers only with medium armor. But of course he wants to take out the anti-air, not let him grow to a critical mass.
Keeper needs to get back to shop or Moonwells for some mana. His Entangle still super strong. Not against Wind Riders, of course, but against everything else. Should be almost level 3 now as well. Archer's gonna die.
Again, Fly finds a way to delay the progress of the Keeper for such a long time and add pressure himself now. These Wyvern forced an early archers who don't really do too much in your army. I mean, they are a response to this. They will deal with the harass, but what do they do against raiders, grunts?
I think Moon really needs an Alchemist this time.
He has him.
Alright. Good choice, I believe. Can attack air, the only melee unit in the game that can attack air. And with it, of course, going to be very helpful against the Wind Riders. More Huntresses are falling, but he can afford to do that as well, of course. Going for the first hero, Blade Master once again. Spiritling coming in a little bit late, but it's in time.
This game is so close. Acid Bomb is still ticking, but he's healing against that. 2-in-1 heroes on both sides. They are not killing much, and especially not creeping, man. They are right at their throats throughout the entire game.
And who does this benefit now? Of course, low-level Keeper is not so dangerous, but I always feel like in this matchup, especially 2 base versus 1, or 1 base versus 2 from the Orc perspective, you have to rely on your high-level and stacked heroes to win that game for you. And for now, Fly is taking the creep route game. He wants to get the heal wave in the first place, but wants to get stronger heroes, wants experience and items to carry him, whereas Moon on the other side is going to rely on his big numbers of Hunters and Archers.
Gonna be an interesting question who creeps faster now, because usually you'd say it's the Keeper with his Treants, but with the 2 Wyvern, he has a lot of damage himself, with the Blade Master, of course, too. Level 2, actually nice on the Alchemist here, to get up to 3 armor. Big Invul Potion for the Blade Master, super nice against the Entangle Acid Bomb.
Yeah, this map specifically, expansion for Night Elves also really cool because they have the Merc Camp next to it, so you can easily reinforce with Mercenaries as well, because you rely on those masses of units. And I think now it would be in Moon's best interest, around 60 supply, go for the scrolls, and don't let him creep. If these Orc heroes are stuck on low level, it should be looking good for the Night Elf right now. And the 2 armies are going to meet here very soon. The big boy Ogre Magi hasn't been claimed yet. Looking at the Shadow, by the way, he's dangerously low, but he's going to get the epic item.
This is so unusual that the Orc is getting both of the consumables in the middle. This is Night Elf territory at tier 2. You always get them with Entangle Acid Bomb. This is one of your main focus in the game, and Fly denies that seemingly with ease.
Yeah, especially, I guess, yep. I don't know. But he was a late Alchemist, didn't have the map control so early. Now that he's going up to highest supply, maybe now he can grab map control. We have the Wand of the Wind.
There's not too much to spell, and he needs it against Treants and Entangle. This could be very nice in a moment where you need a heal wave desperately. Then, Wand of the Wind against the Shadow Hunter, and whoop, no heal wave, and a kill.
Could also, I don't know, could always come in handy. Wonder where he's going to use it. Here comes the first peon. Is he really going to try for the counter expo? Isn't this way too late? Ooh.
There's going to be a big force. There is a big force for Moon already. 65 supply and upgrades should be there as well. We see the first person by Fly in the bottom right once more. What's his item? We don't see it, unfortunately, thanks to the first person. But it's not an aura, we can tell you that much.
It is. It's the command aura.
Oops. I'm such an idiot.
Quite a bit more damage with this now. And the hero levels are there as well for Fly at 3-3. He doesn't have the most amazing inventory. Doesn't have greater mana or Zoe Mask or whatever. Wisp sees the expansion. Important. And Moon's going to have such a big army soon. Keeper, though, might be getting caught out. It's a little close, but no raiders nearby as it seems. And the 2 armies will meet in the middle. 2 scrolls just purchased. This should be the perfect time to fight for Moon. Blade Master getting Cycloned up in the air, but Disenchants are coming out pretty quickly. But Disenchants are so valuable. They also dispel against the Entangle, of course. And this army does not seem to be big enough at all. He pops the Invul. He's trying to go for the second hero kill. Can he get this Alchemist somehow? Can he take him out? Or can Moon transfer an item perhaps to save a second hero? Hexed and seems to be getting chopped to pieces finally. No! That scroll
He was
saving
so
him.
unlucky. There was not a single critical strike in this attack, and now he finds himself in the focus once more. But there's a Spirit Walker saving him. But as I said, Wind of the Wind, he's gathering mana. But there is also detection from the Owl. He can't go into Windwalk anymore. And there is the Entangle. There's the focus. Has to go for something. There was no consumable on him. Shadowhunter to the rescue.
All right.
But he leads him right to the expansion, man. This is not gonna last.
The Wisp saw it before, so he wasn't going to go there anyways, I guess. But yeah, Fly, he got to his desired hero levels, but he didn't get a big enough army. You can't sit at 50 supply against 68 or whatever it was. And Moon now, once again, in a dominant position. Only now getting the Glaives upgrade,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
really interesting.
Seems like he forgot about that for a little while, so now his Huntresses become even stronger. Once again, going for a Merc camp, can reinforce with mercenaries over there, and then this might be a push to end the game. This, once again, is such an overwhelmingly massive army.
So again, the Devotion Aura. Fly, he doesn't have enough raid. He has only one raider. He can't go into a base race game with pillage and distraction, forcing town portals, bleeding Moon a little dry, taking the gold coins out of Moon's game. He doesn't have the forces for it. So what can he do? Fight at his base, at the shop, with peon support, with fast reinforcements. That's his only hope, I guess. And then go for a hero kill. That must be it, right?
But it's a dangerous thing when you're going up against such an economy. Moon may just be able to buy those back anyways. He's blocking the way with 3 Invis Hunts, by the way.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, that's pretty cute, man. Grunts do pass through, but the Blade Master can't. He can't even attack right now. All right, here. Now they come out of the shadows, lying in wait where the Huntress is. Even a couple of archers coming in from behind. Okay, a Book of the Dead. That's going to help him out a little bit, but there's so much damage here from Moon. He's cleaning up bit by bit. Level 4 already for this Alchemist. Dude, this happened super quickly, and everything dropping so low for Fly. It's unfair, man. It's a 30 supply lead. Fly's doing his best, but this Blade Master and Shadow are not strong enough. They're not going to be able to do it by themselves. He's hanging in here as best he can. If this Blade Master falls, it's certainly over. Dispel against the Entangle here. Can he find that hero kill? Can he find his way back into this game somehow?
Fly is at 600 gold, only now reproducing. Again, more damage. Go to the backline. The damage is dwindling as well with only 1 Wyvern. The Blade Master in focus once more, dashing out 2 critical strikes. They are coming at the wrong time. 3rd critical strike. You should have need this luck, or should have gotten this luck a little bit before when it was for the hero kill. Going for the Keeper now again, but he can't really reach in the middle of everything now. Is it? And GG! Moon takes out Fly's map, takes the lead, and has match points now.
The map's being claimed here, exactly the same as it was earlier between Lin and Focus, with Lin dropping the first, picking up the next 2. Again, this happens this time for Moon. Is he gonna follow Lin here? His eye's getting a little watery. Is he getting emotional, or?
No, he just doesn't blink
All
in the games, or very, very rarely, so I guess they burn a little.
Killer gaze, I guess is what you call that. Fly now, under a lot of pressure. 1 more map to drop and that's it. He's out. And that would mean only 1 single Chinese in the top 4. This tournament, which usually they always dominate, not a single time has any player, any non-Chinese player, taken home this trophy right here.
Not only that, but we only had 2 foreigners in a final. That was Lin and that was Foggy. And that's about it. 1-2-0, Infi, TH, Fly, they dominate this tournament since 2015, since this inception. But no chance thus far for Koreans, for Europeans. But man, the streak of TI is over. The streak of StarCraft is over. And man, it looks very, very dangerous for the Chinese here at WGL.
Yeah. And the Chinese fans, they don't know where to cheer. On the one side they have Fly from China, of course, but Moon being such a massive fan favorite. The legendary, most legendary player of all time, Spirit Moon, the most decorated player of all time as well. So much prize money going to him. He hasn't had the big prize purse here yet, but Moon seems to be in prime shape to make it to the semifinals. Waiting there for him would be Lin. But now Fly on the Orc map, Concealed Hill. maybe he can start his comeback. This is where Moon played this super strange strategy. It was against Cash. So far, Moon pretty predictable. Keeper first into early expansion. It's been every single time. It's worked twice. One time Fly had the perfect answer.
Match number 4. Match points for Moon. 1 map away from Moon versus Lin. Moon, by the way, you were talking about prize money. Only $15,000 away to be the first player who cracks $500,000 from Warcraft 3 tournaments. Of course, undoubtedly the most successful player of all times. 32 premier titles to his chest. No one comes even remotely close to that. But as I said, a drought of 7 years for Moon. Major titles? Yep. Team tournaments? Yep. Single tournaments on a big scale? Nope.
Yeah, it seems like it really is about time. Think back when he came back. That was WCA 2015. That was the big announcement. That was the big opening match against Shishi, if I recall correctly. Pretty underwhelming performance there. He didn't even make it out of the group stages, which surprised so many people. And after that, he was struggling for a while. It took him more than a few months, I guess a few years, to really hit his stride again. Compare that to Lin, who came back and totally smashed the entire scene single-handedly. For Moon, it was step by step, bit by bit. It also seemed like he had some more active times than others, where he seemed to have not been playing for a long time. But now, this is the shape that Moon has been looking for. This is the strongest he's been in a while. This is where perhaps he finally gets that title again.
It is his patch. It is his time. Is it his tournament? We will see. Fly in the upper right, Moon in the bottom left. So we saw a Blade Master. No Shadow Hunter shenanigans anymore. Moon has played the Beast Master here, but I can only assume that this time it's a Keeper of the Grove.
Yes. Still, sticking with the same opening, sticking with the same strat so far. Which is Keeper to begin with, then Huntresses, then Expansion. If, yeah, that does stay the same. Or is he going to switch it up? Is he going to go one base? More colorful style. Rush tier 3, go for the Mountain Giants. Haven't seen them once yet. Of course, with Expansion, you can't really creep it. They will be too far away in the tech tree to be able to pull that off with a second base as well. Moving across now is the Keeper. This is the opening we saw as well from Foggy, if I'm not mistaken, where with the remainder of the Treants and the Archer, he's going to creep level 2 while already moving over. Another strength of the Keeper of the Grove, summoning the Treants now into the base. And this is already a pretty late tech, right, for Fly over here.
I think so too. Also pretty quick level 2 for the Keeper, who can go for the Peons now with Entangle.
Yeah, and with the Treants, yeah, that's such easy kills. And the Blade Master is just leaving this base to fend for itself. There's at least one more Entangle here. There it is.
Okay, 2 kills during the tech will go, of course, into the lumber income as he moves the Peons from lumber to gold. But that means he's down to 25 now. Can he get enough lumber for the tier 2 buildings and the second hero?
Oh, this time there is a tech before
Before
the expansion. So no early expo. I wanted to see something in the main that made him decide to go for this route. Level 2 Blade now as well. I'm surprised the Keeper wasn't hanging around in the main a little bit longer, because now, as you can see, he had the mana again. Could have gone for another Peon, but I guess he wants to get back sooner. Start regenerating those mana points. He's going to be level 3 here pretty soon, and then this early game, moving towards the mid game, is going to be really scary for Fly. With like 2 to 3 Huntresses, plus a level 3 Keeper, he could just potentially run down every single grunt on this map. These drops, by the way, for the Keeper, also the dream. Plus 5 intelligence, yeah.
Exactly.
And of course, it's all about the mana for him.
That is an easy 75 extra mana. This is very easy to work with then. And how long can he delay level 3? Because there's no pressure on the Keeper at all. He will most likely summon nutrients if he has the mana and then take out those spots easily.
Yeah, this camp right here is almost level 3 already. Blade Master, though, he's getting some decent progress himself. He's going to have level 2 Windwalk. That's pretty good. It's not exactly as good as level 2 Entangle, though. Tier 2 will be faster for the Orc than it is for the Night Elf, by a little bit at least.
But he doesn't have the lumber for the second building, right? He has the lumber for second hero and one building.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to choose. Do you go for Bestiary or for Spirit Lodge? You're not going to be able to get both. Torrent Totem, that is. Still have to get used to that one. And the Keeper. He's level 3. He just got it from the remainder of the green camp.
Late Master's very close, though, as well.
Oh my god, does he really have Treants level 2?
He had it on Terenas. No, it's Entangle too.
Alright, every Entangle is for certain a peon kill. And if he finds these grunts have to run. Oh, did he see him? He has Ultra Vision, of course. Hello, grunts! I've been looking for you.
But they can run away. Shop is coming, tier 2 is done.
Oh, the Keeper had the staff. He's
nice.
Catching him out.
Oh, this is so good.
It's gonna be at least 1 kill. Probably gonna be 2. There we go. And he can chase with the Keeper for the other ones. Yeah, this is the strength of the Keeper right here.
So well. Thinking of this staff, second Entangle long range.
I may actually be able to save this one. Oh, he's blocking the way. Pretty cool. Entangle lasts a long time though, so this grunt might be dead. Oh, it's getting close. It's really close. He's moving in front for the block. Oh, Moon ready for this, but gets it regardless.
So, double engine of lore. Is it finally Mountain Giant time? We haven't seen them in this series at all. They are, at the moment, next to the Keeper, the second biggest strength of the Night Elves after Tier 1. Shadowhunter against that. Only now the Bestiary.
Yeah, Moon is going for a second hero instead, so I don't think it's going to be Mountain Giants or really late, but usually you don't want to delay them so much.
So is it Mass Dryads then again?
Could be. He's already shown this against Human, where it's really unusual to see them. We have seen that Moon's Dryad micro is pretty damn impressive. And the Blade scouting the main. This is a big scout. He sees that he's still stuck on tier 2, and oh, that's the third grunt.
9 supplies, so much experience.
And I guess this is where the Dryads really make sense, right? You killed so many grunts already, so much force of the Orc, then you can follow up with a strong tier 2 timing.
And there's no shop anymore, no clarities for Shadowhunter. This is Moon with 1 lag in the semi-final.
Oh, can he save it? The repair from 1 peon. I don't know if that's enough. It doesn't look like it. Shop is gone. And the SH now in focus himself.
Oh, Acid Bomb and Entangle. The Poison Ivy. Will it guarantee the kill? Whoop. There's no shop anymore. How does he want to heal himself? It is not possible. Second hero dead. Only level 1 will be back soon. Blade Master's putting in some more physical damage on the Alchemist, but the 4th grunt falls.
Yep. Moon is... he's without mercy here.
Absolutely. He's going for it again. Poison Ivy on the Blade Master. Will he share the fate of the Shadowhunter? He can't get out. It looks like he has no mana. He's fighting out, but they're slow from the Dryads. And a block from the Huntress. Is it enough, though? Still no shop. He has some clarity. He's running. Another one falls, and the Blade Master falls as well. The dream semi-final is real. Moon versus Lin in 2 days.
And perfectly mirrored as well. Falling behind on the first map with a 0-1, but then coming back swinging. 3-1 in the end for for Lin, excuse me, god damn it. Stumbling over my words here. And for Moon as well. The favorites do prevail, as pretty much almost through the entirety of this WGL. Only 1-0 and TH, I guess you could say. Moon super strong, not looking completely unbeatable as he was in the group stage, but still showing up in force. And I'm glad to do this as well, to see this as well, because I was afraid that maybe Moon, you know, after this super overwhelming group stage, maybe he couldn't carry this over into the playoffs. But he was able to, he was performing here as his fans were expecting, and finally making it to top 4.
Yeah, for the 3rd time in his career, for the first time since early 2016, his curse is broken, and Fly, he can't repeat his marvelous run from GCS Summer, where he surprised us all in the playoffs. He started off well, really well actually, on the first map, but fell off a cliff afterwards. It felt like Moon needed a little warm-up, and then from that moment on, especially TS, man, that was such a slap in the face of everything that Fly threw at him. Unbelievable how he destroyed him there. I haven't seen such a one-sided map throughout this entire tournament, mostly.
Yeah, even against a strategy that is tailor-made against that keeper early game or early expansion strategy. Just with perfect scouting, remember the Wisp moving all over the map and finding those little holes to poke in and to do the damage, getting that first Shadow Priest, stealing the item after, getting a Grunt, I think it was there as well, just delaying. And yeah, Moon and Foggy, they like their early expansions. Not for the last game, I guess, but there was a super showcasing of level 3 keeper is pretty strong.
Exactly. For the one game, Moon couldn't really prevent that, and then 5 Grunts dead. And then, of course, it's child's play to get the Shadow Hunter and the Blade Master once the shop is gone and there's no potions anymore. But how much hype is behind this first semi-final? The most successful Warcraft player against the second most successful Warcraft player of all time. The only 2 Warcraft player with a prize money of 400,000 plus. The icons for Night Elf and Orc. It really does not get much bigger than this.
Yeah, it's going to be in 2 days, guys. And I love that they have a day to prepare as well. They're going to be able to think, all right, what's the map's going to be? What's the opening's going to be? What's he going to play? What am I going to play? What am I going to fake?
Yeah.
How am I going to play this best of 5? Where am I going to throw in the cheese? It's going to be so much fun, dude.
But before we go into the semifinals, we need to determine the other 2 players for the second semifinal. We're going to continue tomorrow at 11, most likely 11:30 CET. Infi versus Colorful, Veteran versus Newcomer, first-time playoffs for Colorful, and of course, the European participant, Foggy, against Law Light in an amazing Night Elf Mirror, man. These players have met each other so many times, Foggy and Law Light. There's also a lot of mind games between them going on. This is it for today. Tune in tomorrow. Back to Warcraft, sending greetings from Shanghai. We give it up to the stage to Snowkiss and Moon.